And hello, everybody, especially the ones that's been waiting for a little bit here. I appreciate you guys waiting. Uh, we just got us a good haul today, and you can see it on the big camera right there, where I basically, yeah, this was $250 is what I paid for all this stuff here, retro. But I think it's well worth it. It's a fair price. The guy had about 8 different people. Most of them couldn't pick it up today. I was the only one ready to be there with cash in hand. So there we go. So how's my audio sounding? First off, I want to make sure I'm not using my Blue Yeti. I'm using my Blue Snowball. A little bit different here, but yeah, this is going to be all right. Appreciate it there, Jay. Um, it's going to be a little different. I've never owned one of these. Now the monitor there is the same one. I got one of those for Steve. However, his doesn't really work that well. I think it has some issues with it. He'll probably have to recap it, but I think in April I'll be bringing all that stuff to him. He has an Apple clone I got for him and um, the Apple IIc monitor. So there you go. But anyways, I just want to make sure everything's working right here before we start getting into this. I have not pretty much opened made it by. I did check to make sure the stuff was in there that I paid for before I handed money over, but everything's in there. But it's nice to have the original boxes. That's something unusual. When we put it together, he did give me some discs with it too, so we're going to play around, see what's on those discs. Later on down the road, I am going to get a floppy EMU or MU, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Justin, how you doing? So yeah, give him the printer. What's funny is Steve will probably take the printer. I hate to say it, he's a printer whore when it comes to those printers. But there you go. All right, shall we go ahead and get started getting this stuff put up and get together? First off, we're going to do is I'm going to come over here and open up the very first box, which is this is the actual stand. So he actually even had the stand for it. Oh, this thing is dusty too. I am going to have to do some dusting on this thing. So let me get the camera set up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully that'll work right there. Yeah, this thing is kind of dusty there, so I'm definitely going to have to. Let me get a rag. Not expecting it to be that dusty. I think it's pretty nice, though. I mean, everything looks. I've never had one of these, so that thing is solid metal. Hey, what's up there, Sean? Yeah, that's a lot of boxes. So that's the first box. All right, so we'll put that out of the way. Second box is the monitor. All right, and in here, he actually gave me some discs. Oh, so we got a bunch of discs in here. Oh, there we go. First one, Strip Poker. Guess we're going to have to try that one. All right, so we'll put this one out of the way here. Let me turn the microphone so you guys can hear me. All right, so we're going to take the monitor out. The monitor does have some yellowing on it, but it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and get this thing put together right here. Let me there we go. That way you guys can see better there. I could do my taxes in style. Yeah. All right. So I have got to figure out how this thing goes together. I do not know anything. I'm assuming that these come out okay like that. This goes up right here. Like I said, I'm assuming a lot here. If I'm doing anything wrong, you guys can let me know, because looks like I'm putting things together. All right. There we go. We have a monitor that you can actually move it up and down. All right. So, get that box done. I'm hoping all the cables are in the computer box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the image writer first. Now, it's missing one of the styrofoams, but it does have some tractor feed paper. And there we go, guys. This is the image writer. A little yellowed on the top. The front looks all right, but I'm pretty sure that Steve would love to have this thing. So we're gonna put this off to the side because I'm not gonna play with it tonight. And we have us a good old RF modulator. I don't know what that's doing in there. There is some paper in here. And nothing else. So set that off to the side. All right. The last box here. And I'm willing to bet you there's more cables in here. But here is the actual computer. So there we go. It does have some yellowing. So maybe one of these days I might decide to retro bright it. It's very yellowed on the back here. You could definitely see it on the back. So definitely some yellowing there. So we'll set that right there. Let's see what else we have in here. Ah, there we go. All of our cables are here. Let's see. So we have the computer power cable. We'll go ahead and get this ready. Let's see. All right, there we go. Now this was sold as completely working. The guy had pictures of it working, so that's the reason why I'm going to go ahead and plug it up. Now, the monitor looks like a composite monitor, so we'll do that after I plug her up. Gotta get me a plug in here. All right. All right, so we got that. And let's get us our composite video. Plug that in. And plug it into the back of the computer here. I feel like Sean, you guys are only seeing my hands. All right, we're going to turn this camera around. So you guys have a better view of it right here. All right, so there we go, guys. Oh, I'll keep the printer probably. I was just joking with Steve. Never seen one of these go together before. Well, Sean, neither have I. Neither have I. All right. So we're going to attempt to power this thing on first just to see if it works. And I got to figure out, how do I power it on? Is there a switch in the back? Oh, there it is. Okay. There is a switch in the back. All right. Sounds like the floppy drive's good. But I don't know if there's a switch for this monitor. Hold on a second. I got to see if there's a... Is there a button to turn this thing on? Wait. No, that's a... Oh, wait. There's the button. All right. Found it. All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Plug her up. Well, we got a display. It actually says Apple IIc, check disk drive. So let me get the camera a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So it actually does say that the display is really crystal clear. So that's a good thing. So, all right. So we're going to try some of the software that the guy gave me. A lot of egghead software, smart sector diskettes. I don't know what's on these. We may have to figure out. Oh, there we go. An introduction. There we go. Let's try that. That's actually looks pretty decent. So let me hold on a second. We're going to change the cameras back around. There we go. And we're going to move this camera back so you guys can see my wonderful face here. All right. So there we go. All right. The floppy drivers are weird. Just plug it, pull it straight up. All right. So we're going to try this disk first. Said pull it straight up. It doesn't pull straight up. All right, how do you open this thing? You got to push it in. There you go, Mike. Thank you. I'm sitting there doing what Bruce said. Just pull it straight up, and it don't work that way. So we're going to do that, and we'll reboot the machine. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Let's turn it off and try it again. Now I'm getting a lot of weird characters on here. I'm willing to bet you this thing is about time for a recap. It's not doing anything. It's like something's wrong now with it. Let's unplug the power completely. Let it. Because see, now I've got all this weird characters on the screen now. So this is something I am not. All right. Any of you Apple IIc guys know what's going on here? DS number 6. Is that with the disc in there, Mike? All right, and then it's giving me some kind of code here, 00C2. Hold down both Apple keys when switching on. Okay. What'd you make me do there, Bruce? Because is it doing a diagnostic? Says system okay. So how do I get out of this? Does it sit here or does it go right to the boot? Come on, some of you Apple experts there. Control Apple reset. All right, we'll try that. Ah, there we go. Now the hard drive's reading. It's actually reading a disk. Like I said, this is all new to me. It says 1 moment, please. There we go. It's showing me a keyboard. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but it's pretty cool actually. Let me yeah, it's what came with it. Now I have work, clip art volume 2. I know that Steve is going to want me to archive some of this stuff. Probably, I don't know. It's got utility disk. Ah, so you remember this demo, huh? Find the first key. So I actually have to type stuff on here. Let's picture the apple. You find a return and keep on press it now. All right. Wow. When you finish reading this, press the key, mark return. Why do I have to? Well, to be honest with you, I used an Apple II mic back in high school. That was the last time I think I've ever actually touched an Apple II at least. So Here's a cursor. Okay. So I got to type in yes. So, all right. So we may have to skip all this. So I may have to, yes, 1985. That is true. So let me go ahead and turn this off. We're going to try some other software. But this is actually the original disc. It's actually got the original Apple logo, everything on it. So it's actually pretty nice, actually. So we're going to keep that. So we're going to go with this utility 2 disc. I don't know what's on here. So let's see what we got here. ProDOS 8 version 1.4. This is Speller for the 2E and 2C, revision 1.0, copyright 1985, all rights reserved, WordPerfect Corporation, 288 West Center. Yep. Name of the new dictionary. Do I just type whatever I want in here, or we'll just do test? So this is a WordPerfect speller utility. So basically this, I guess this is an addition to WordPerfect. I remember using WordPerfect back in the day on a PC. And I'm assuming that this is for it's spell checking, but not too sure about that stuff. So we'll have to take a look at that and see. But yeah, let's go ahead and try something else here. There's a good one on here. I might try it. It says Strip Poker on it. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Hell, I'm not monetized, so I ain't worried about getting demonetized. Strip Poker. Yeah, Mike, I'm definitely probably going. Oh, that didn't sound good. Error, make sure disk is not write protected. Ooh. I think it is write protected with the, if I remember right, the notch. Covering the notch made it write protect, correct? That is true, Sean. The only thing it stripped was the disk. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. So, all right, let's not try that one again. Now, it looks like somebody put something on the back. The Apple at Play. Okay, let's see what's on the opposite side of this disk. That's what I thought. I remember that correctly, Mike, that you cover the notch to write protect. All right, this is the back of the disk. He had something else on the back of this disk. The Apple at Play menu. So we have Apple 21. I don't know. What is this? Yeah, it's probably bad on that one side. Let's see. Introduction. Collection of games, activities that test your quickness, luck, and learning. Okay. Should know a couple of things about the disk first, since some of these programs only understand uppercase. Be sure to lock down the caps lock key to get all caps. All right, so we'll do that. You'll find that you'll do something different to quit or leave the game. Sometimes you'll select an option from a menu to end. Another time you may have to restart the system with Open Apple Control Reset. That's what you guys told me. So now I learned something new, that the control open Apple reset resets the computer. Let you check your understanding of the material covered in this interactive guide in order to see you really know what you think you know, but don't worry, there are no passing or failing grades. Press return to go to the menu to select a game. All right, so let's select something here. Let's go with Apple 21. That sounds like blackjack, I think. I appreciate everybody watching. Ah, that's exactly what I thought it was. Number of players, we're going to say 1. We'll do $5. Hell, let's gamble. All right. So, all right, shuffling. Boy, the sounds on this thing are. Your tap, need a loan? Yes, I need a loan. I'm gonna take 1,000. It's probably a damn low loan shark here. Let's bet 100. Wow, the dealer gets 9 and I get 13. Yeah, so let's go ahead and hit that just to see. And I bust. Volume knob's on the left side. Is that on the monitor? No, it shouldn't be on the monitor. Oh, there it is. Oh, it actually has a little audio out. All right, let's go 200 this time. I lost 100 the last time. And, of course, I get a 12. Get a 12 to his 7, so I got a hit. Now I get 16. Let's go with Stand. He's probably got 17. No, 18. This thing is cheating, man. It is cheating. All right, we got to go 300 now. There we go. We will stand with 20. You never split tens. And the dealer gets 20. This game is cheating. All right. So how do we quit this without getting completely out? Okay, 0 to quit. There we go. Do you want to play? No. You're down $300. Goodbye. All right, so how do I quit? I guess 0? Yep. And you know what's funny about that, Mike, is I have a 2E that I will be getting in April, hopefully, when I go up to VCF from Steve. So hopefully I will be able to get that. Yeah, the game is rigged, that's for sure. Lemonade. So who said Lemonade was good there? We'll try that one. Oh, that's loud. Oh, man, that potentiometer needs some cleaning there. In this small town, you're in charge of running your own lemonade stand. You can compete with as many other people as you wish, but how much profit you make is up to you. The other stand sales will not affect your business in any way. If you make the most money, you're the winner. Are you starting a new game? Yes or no? Yes. I'll be playing myself. How many glasses of lemonade to make? You begin with $2. $2 cash? The hell's $2 buy? Especially, well, this is back in '85 we're talking about. So, yeah. $2 won't even get you a soda anymore. The cost to make lemonade is 2 cents. I guess they haven't heard of inflation in today's age, huh? All right, so we're gonna end out of this. Yes, I want to quit. Bruce said that was fun. That doesn't look like it's very fun. Space Quarks. What is that? Let's go see. At least I got to say one thing, that the disk drive works well. It's reading disks. The keyboard seems really well. I mean, everything's running pretty good on here. I will have to probably open it up and do some cleaning, especially I need to, this potentiometer where the volume knob is, because it was making all kind of scratchy noise as I moved it. So it was fun when you were 9. All right, so I'm assuming, how the hell do we play this? All right, hit any key to start game. Is this arrow keys, or what are we doing here? I have no idea. ASDF, no. How the hell do I move? Anyone know how I move on this thing? This thing is, I could shoot. I found the fire key, but it's not, the arrow keys just are not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what the keys are to make this thing move back and forth. Somewhere on the right of the keyboard. Yeah, I'm trying just every couple of key combination I can. Oh, something happened there. Oh, it's JKL. The K stops it from moving. The K, there we go. Whoa, Jesus, man, they just rained down death on you. Yeah, that's what I figured out. Damn, I had a suicide one. Well, this last one. There we go. I finally cleared one. Ha ha ha. This thing's so slow. There we go. This looks like a pretty fun little game. I'd have to get used to playing it, but I'm actually shocked at the sprites on this thing. This is actually, yeah, this one actually has 4 arrows, but they're in a weird pattern here. You got the left, right here, and then the up, down here. Yeah, so it's weird arrow keys on here. All right, so let's escape out of this. How do I get out? I don't want to play. 0. Return to play. Quit? No. All right, so it looks like I am going to have to turn it off. We're going to try another. I'm wondering why it's so slow. Yeah. This says work, so I don't know what is. It says work on here, so let's see what it is. Unable to load ProDOS. All right. That one is a no-go. There's another disk in this sleeve. Let's see. Maybe I have to load DOS first before. All right, this is ProDOS. Yeah, that's probably what that was. So this is WordPerfect. So that other one was probably WordPerfect disk. IO error. Enter prefix, press return to accept. I don't know. Path not found. All right, so let's get out of that one. Let's try this next disk. We're just going to go through all these disks, just see what's on them. Unable to load ProDOS, another data disk, looks like. So the utilities, I think we already looked at this one maybe, but let's see. Now, Mike, the floppy emu, does it have a way to connect to the 2C from the back of the computer, or does it need to go on the inside the computer? Yeah, but I'm looking at most of these don't have a notch on the second notch. That one disc that I did both sides had notches on both sides, so I figured it was, and it had a label on the other side. What is this? Floppy port under. Okay, cool. I'll have to see what the prices of the. I know that they're expensive, aren't they? What is Tutor? Filer menu, Tutor, but you knew that or you wouldn't be here. V is for volume operation and whole disk. Oh, this is a. Looks like escape to exit. So what does this do? Configuration defaults. Select defaults. So this drive is drive slot 6, I'm assuming. That's what you were saying, Bor. Huh. I will see about getting one of those then, Mike. Definitely probably going to be worth it, that's for sure. Let's go monitor only. Well, select the defaults. Okay, so it's already selected. So, all right. File command. So this is actually a disk. I guess I can copy files and stuff, or make disks. I'm assuming that's what this one is. So we'll go ahead and make sure. So this is Apple's ProDOS system utilities, and this is Filer version 1.1. I think the Blue SCSI is different than what this. All right, this says clip art, so this is probably a data disk. It probably will not boot. We'll see. Yep, that's what I thought. All right, so there's a couple of clip art disks. We'll have to check those out later. Personal Newsletter system disk. Well, let's see what's this. Unable to load ProDOS. So let's see if anything's on the other side here, just for shits and grins. May have to do that diagnostics again. So we have this WordPerfect for the Apple. So and unable to load ProDOS. So I have to load ProDOS first before I can load most of this stuff, I'm assuming. This is utility 1 and utility 2, and this is probably, and this is a double-sided disk. So this is actually WordPerfect that's loading up. So how would I make just a use the reset button? Okay. So how would I make a boot disk for this? Work. Okay, so it wants this disk now. Overflow file already exists. Use another directory, overwrite files. No, we're not going to overwrite anything. All right, so but I have to have a disk to get it to boot up, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong there. So if I go and use that one disk that I found, this one right here, now this is not resetting. It's not. Nothing's happening there, Mike. Or is it closed Apple? No. Nothing happens when I'm resetting. Control app, open Apple, reset. So it's not working, Mike. All right, so this one I'm going to. Now, how do I do that diagnostic again? And I got somebody coming in. There he is. What's up, Mike?
It takes like 5 minutes for YouTube to get a message to you, and you sit there and get frustrated too fast.
All right, there we go. Oh, you don't want to show your face, Mike?
Well, I didn't think you'd want me to.
Oh, come on, man. I don't care.
Okay, so now, excuse me. So the Apple II doesn't use DOS in the way you're thinking of DOS, okay? So the computer, think of it like a Commodore 64. You know how that works, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, the Apple II is basically the same way. So when you first boot the machine, it's technically basic. It's basically loading. It's booting into BASIC like a Commodore 64.
So if I can write a basic program then. Well, so
Yeah, but it's useless on an Apple II because without a cassette interface and without a whole bunch of cryptic commands, it's virtually useless.
so it doesn't use like the 10.
Oh yeah, it does, but
You know,
you can't really load or save anything like that. I mean, you can, but it's weird. So it basically it boots into BASIC, and then there's another level called the monitor.
all right, so it says check disk drive. So if I load it without a disk,
If you hit Control Reset, right, not Control Open Apple Reset, just Control Reset.
There we go. Okay.
You're BASIC. Okay, that's
so
BASIC.
If I do 10, what's command to clear screen? See it?
CLS.
All right. And I do 20, print, hello world, and 30, go to 20, and then I hit run. It should run, right?
Yeah.
Why does it say syntax error in 10? It doesn't like CLS.
Okay, it's been a while since I've used BASIC. It should just be, well, yeah, it should just be CLS.
Yeah. So, but it does work. What's the break key on this?
Control C.
Oh, so that's normal. Control C.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So there we go. So it has a basic is what you're saying.
Well, it actually has AppleSoft integer BASIC. It's actually very advanced. Unlike Commodore's BASIC, you can do like 1,000 more things than their BASIC can, at least without a bunch of cryptic stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
might be home. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, that's right. It might. Yeah.
All right, let's run that. There we go. That was it. Bruce is the man.
It's been 2 decades since I programmed in AppleSoft BASIC. So as I was saying, when you boot the computer, it boots into BASIC.
Yeah.
And then you can access the monitor, which would allow you to write machine code.
So to get to the BASIC, though, is Control Reset, not Control Open Apple Reset.
Yeah, Control Reset resets the computer into BASIC.
Okay. So I'm learning this. I'm learning this stuff right now because
if I remember, I think it's if you hit Control Closed Apple Reset, it'll drop you into the monitor.
Which does what?
That's for writing machine language and stuff like that.
So Control Close Apple Reset?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
All right, and it just gave me something there, but
now the prompt will change to a star, an asterisk.
Okay, because it didn't change.
I'll have to. I can't remember what it is off the top because the Apple IIc is a little different than the IIe. So.
Oops. There's no delete key on here, huh?
It's a left arrow key.
All right, so we have my small little program in here. So type PR number 3. What does that do, Bruce? That just gives me 80 columns, it looks like. It just turned it to 80. So now it's the 80 column mode, but I have a 80/40 button right here.
Yeah, that doesn't really do much.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, that's only for certain software that requires it.
So how do I get this back to? So PR, God, you know what sucks about this is that the little dots are on my middle finger, not index fingers. Why they decided to do that?
I don't know. Maybe Bruce should show up so he can tell you a lot more of the commands because he probably knows more than I do.
So PR number 3 was. So how do I get it back to 40 column mode?
Ask Bruce. Your guess is as good as mine.
And he just types yes. Oh. Bruce, you're more than welcome to show up in here and help out. Now, is there a way to get this thing to stand up, or is it
Yeah,
just little?
put the handle down.
Oh well, I can't do it right now until I hold on. There. All right. Much better. It's a little easier to have it type like that. But I think this is a pretty decent deal. What do you think?
Yeah, they're not bad machines.
I mean, I've never owned one of these, and
Obviously,
it was right down the street from me. So,
I mean, personally, I'd rather have a 2E because you can do more with it. But
well, I do have a 2E that will be coming in.
the 2Cs are nice because they're little at least.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's try this.
And they have integrated disk drives, so you don't have to worry about an extra disk drive and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true too.
But
Escape 4 to change back to.
oh,
So PR3, number 3, puts that in 80 column mode. And then if I want to go back, Escape 4. Why couldn't they just like make Escape 4 or something, or Escape 3, because you use a PR3 to get it into that?
well, if you type PR6 right now, it'll boot off that disk drive.
So if I do
PR number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
I need both, huh? All right, we're going to try this Apple 21 again just to.
Well, Bruce, we don't need both. We just need one of each.
That's true.
The 2C, actually, the 2C is the only Apple II I don't have.
No, really?
Yeah. I have a 2 Plus. I mean, I don't have a 2, but that's okay. I have a 2 Plus, I have a 2E, and I have a 2GS.
Escape 4 and Escape 8. Ah.
Oh, okay. So Escape 4 for 40 column, Escape 8 for 80 column.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. There's actually a humongous book that goes with that machine that goes through all that stuff.
Unfortunately, the book didn't come with it.
Yeah, I think I might have one.
I bet you there's one online somewhere I could download as a PDF. And
I think I just picked one up the other week over VCF. Might be for the 2E, but I can't remember. I'll have to look. I have all kinds of Apple II books down in the shed. I have a whole filing cabinet drawer full of Apple II stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could hear the crackling when I changed the volume.
Well, I mean, it's only 40 years old. What do you expect?
Oh, I know.
Just the fact that it still works is amazing. Although those were pretty robust machines. You figure probably 90% of those things probably ended up in schools.
Probably. All right, we're going to hit. And I bust. This game cheats, man. I'm telling you.
Now, if you really want a good 2C, you should look for a Laser 128.
I actually have one in the other room over there that's Steve's.
Oh,
well, actually, no, that's not a. Is that a laser? Come on.
Yeah, Laser 128 is a 2C clone. Hey, it's time for me to hijack the stream. Hi, everybody.
So, yes, I do have one of those.
Yeah, that's a 2C right there. Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I think you should just give that to me because I don't know what to do with it, Steve.
Unfortunately, someone's already paid for it, so I can't.
Steve doesn't count.
I think Steve does count.
And the power supply, if you don't have a power supply for that, power supply for the 2C will actually work on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which Laser 128 is it? Just a regular one?
The 128EX.
Oh, that's the good one. That's the turbo one. That one there's about twice as fast as a 2C.
This is the same cards I got the last time, so there's no random numbers in this crap.
So one interesting tidbit about the 2C is there's no real-time clock or anything, so it has trouble generating random numbers.
Ah.
It can do it, but it takes a lot of crap and programming to do it. So you'll find that a lot of stuff isn't quite as random as you might think it is.
Like I keep busting, and the dealer's always getting cards that I have to take a hit on. This that's like I said, this thing is cheating. I get a 16 against his jack, so guess what I have to do? I have to hit. Hoping I get a 5 or oh, I got a 5. I got a 21. What?
There you go.
I actually won one. Imagine
that. It's sort of random.
Yeah.
But random numbers on a 2C work differently than they do on most computers because there's no clock timing circuit. Like every other computer in the world has. So
blackjack.
Like a Commodore actually has a built-in random number generator.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2C doesn't. Or the Apple II doesn't.
Gotcha.
So they have to do randomizations in a totally different way, and it's not quite as good as like a normal computer. It's still random, it's just not as random, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So I'm down $100. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna quit out of this. But
and I'm going to warn you, those things are an absolute bear to open up. Just be warned.
Well, I am going to, not today, but
yeah, if you decide to open it, they're not bad, but the plastics are a bit of a bear to get apart.
Yeah, and I don't want to break the plastic. This thing has kind of got some yellowing going on.
The chances of you breaking anything on that are like slim to none. That thing's built like a brick shit house, man.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah. But my suggestion is look at some YouTube videos before you do, because there's all kinds of, especially around the disk drive, there's all kinds of little like places for you to like catch. There's like little plastic catches in random places.
Yeah.
And especially when you're working around that disk drive, it gets to be kind of a bear. So, yeah, they weren't made to be opened.
Well, that's Apple's mantra,
Well, that's the only one. That's the only Apple II they ever made that wasn't made to be opened. They figured that if they built everything on board, you never have to open it.
Yeah.
Which you technically don't, unless you want to put a RAM upgrade inside.
Let's see. Control reset.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so this is the program that I just loaded in, I guess.
Oh, okay, so it's written in BASIC.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was able to list it.
That would explain why it's not so random.
So if I hit run, it runs. But it's actually pulling off the disk for each game. So I think the menu is in BASIC. The rest is probably not.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I hit probably reset, then I can actually, because this, that's not a whole lot of data right there for that.
No.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, though. That's a hell of a lot quicker than my TI-99. So you got to remember the TI-99 came out in the late 70s.
78, 79.
Yeah. So this came out, 85? So.
Yeah. But basically, you might as well just say it came out in 83. So, because it's identical inside to the 2E. It's got all the same. It's identical to a 2E enhanced. It has the 65 CO2 processor. It has the upgraded ROMs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them have the upgraded ROMs. Let me put it down. There's actually, I think, 3 different ROM revisions for that machine.
Uh-huh.
The ROM 255, I think, is the latest one, the last one.
Okay. Well, Mike, you're the wealth of knowledge on this thing, that's for sure.
And so everything is, it's a 2E, But instead of having like actual expansion slots, it assigns a slot to each device on the back. So, like your floppy drive, your internal floppy drive is slot 6, drive 1. Your external is slot 6, drive 2. And if you add 2 more drives, then they go to slot 5, drive 1 and 2. Your printer port is usually on slot 3. Your modem port's usually on slot 2. Your joystick is just a joystick that's separate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I think I got a pretty decent deal on this thing.
I don't know what you paid for it, but
$250.
Ooh.
For the whole thing.
Well, it does work, so I mean, I guess that's not too terrible. I wouldn't have paid that, but
well, I looked at it this way. I wasn't gonna.
No, it was in the boxes though, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
I mean, it's got all the boxes. The only box, the image writer is missing one of the styrofoam pieces, but other than that, the other boxes have all the styrofoam pieces for it.
I wasn't paying attention. Which image writer did you get? The image writer 1 or 2?
2.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
And it's got some paper, some tractor feed paper too. So maybe I'll have to hook it up and print some banners for Steve.
I'm not sure. I think you can still get the black cartridges for them, but the color cartridges are getting to be unobtainium.
Probably, but
I'm sure they're out there. I know the black ones you can still re-ink them.
So these things have no fan in them, right?
They don't get hot. Most of the power supply, most of the hot stuff is in the AC power supply, which is external. The DC power supply doesn't really get that hot. Of course, the processor doesn't get hot at all.
Well, yeah, back then those processors never really got that hot. I mean, you're running at what, 4 to 8 megahertz, maybe
1 megahertz.
1 megahertz, yeah. So, I mean, the clock speeds on those things were.
It's got the same exact processor a Commodore 64 does. It's 6502. MOS Technology 6502.
Well, I remember my first PC. I had an 8088, and there was no heat sink on those things. It just ran, without a heat sink. The 8088 chip, because I think it was running at maybe
4.77 megahertz.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Nope, that's what it was. 4.77 megahertz.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember, but I think So
they never really got hot. Even when they clock doubled them up to 8.5 megahertz, they still really never got that hot. It wasn't
no. Plus, I put the math coprocessor in there too. The 80 what was it, 8087.
8087.
Yeah. So
the first PCs to really need heat sinks were the 486DXs. Those were the first ones to start running warm, and they just put passive heat sinks on them.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the real late 486 and or Pentium era where we started having to have fans.
Yep. And nowadays you got to have water cooled, stuff like that. I mean, the PC I got behind me, my gaming PC, I have a water cooler on the processor because it gets hot. It's an AMD processor. I refuse to go Intel on that one. So
that's because they're still running shit inside the processor from 1981.
Yep, I know.
And they just keep making it faster and faster and faster instead of designing whole new architectures.
And it needs more and more power. And the more power you put in, the more heat it generates.
Yeah. What do you have back there? Ryzen 7?
Ryzen 5, 3600.
Oh, okay.
So well, right behind me here is this is my
that's your Mac, isn't it?
That's my Mac. That's my Mac Pro. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'm streaming off of right now. Then I'm looking opposite of it, and that's where I got my table here, where I've got this this computer on right now. That's where I usually have my TI at. So I cleaned it off today to do this thing. To the left of or on this side, I have my gaming PC. So here, if anybody that wants to see it, there's my gaming PC. I don't know.
So don't you have a RGB adapter, a composite to RGB adapter for your TI?
Yes. So I could theoretically put this on a my LCD monitor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I did make it a composite. Now, The problem is, well, no, actually all I got to do is stick it onto the adapter because it's just a regular RCA.
See, I have one of these. It's a Atlona composite to VGA adapter. So takes a composite or S video in and converts it to VGA.
Okay.
I got this so I could hook my Apple IIs up to my VGA scaler and scale.
Yes, Starbuck Tech. That computer back there, the gaming computer, runs Windows because pretty much most games today require Windows. If they made them for Mac and they ran well on Mac, I would run a Mac. However, they don't.
I don't know. All the games I like run on Mac.
Well, the one game I play a lot with my wife, Rust, has a Mac version on Steam. However, it runs like crap. I mean, it's slow and everything else. I've tried it, and it just doesn't.
So, in other words, they made it for Mac, but they didn't optimize it for the Mac.
Bingo. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to. I've been going for about an hour and 6 minutes. Had a steady about 7 viewers, so I appreciate all you guys showing up.
Well, have fun.
Yep, and I'm
enjoy your Apple II.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. This is going to be a fun little thing. Maybe I'll retro bright it. Who knows? But we'll see. Maybe I'll keep it like it is. Time to get an Apple Studio. No. Can't afford that right now. Let's see. So Starbucks says no judgment from him. I have Windows machines, Macs, and Linux machine. And of course, Jay chimes in at the last minute. Enjoyed the beige. Jay, you're beige at heart, man. You got 5 of them sitting behind you every time we do Mac Yak. So, Jay's got that beige bug, right?
And I have a PC sitting here on my desk, so
So Starbuck Tech wants to know Mike or Bruce next. Is that for streaming or?
Yeah, not me. I'm not streaming. I got too much stuff going on here. You're lucky I even got on here. I just couldn't stand you being so frustrated.
Well, that's because YouTube takes forever. And I have this set for ultra low latency.
Yeah, but that only affects the video. That has nothing to do with the chat.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, right, Jay. Somebody was supposed to join me on here, but apparently he didn't, and Mike decided to. So,
why? Who else was going to join you?
Jay said he was going to be on here, but
Oh.
All right. So I appreciate all you guys watching. I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. You guys have a great night, and be sure to check out Mike's channel. Mike, you want to throw your link in there just in case?
That's too much work. If they don't know they all know where I'm at.
Yeah, go to Mike's Mac Shack.
You don't have any unique viewers.
No, I don't.
Everybody that's on your stream right now is already subscribed to me, so it's pointless to tell them to subscribe because they're already subscribed.
That's true. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you at least this Thursday coming up for Mac Yak. So catch you later.